Okay, let's get this set up. What's up? Sorry about the grainy camera. I had to put it on charger. This tab is about to die. Alright, so here is the second. I originally did a first draw, and something's telling me, like, I'm getting this urge to do another draw. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'm going to use a couple more. The first time I did it, I used the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, but now I'm going to use some other decks to get more clarification on what on the messages that I received. All right, so actually I have a couple. I'm just going by my gut instinct on these things. In addition to so, I think we're ready. I think we're all set. All right, there we are. Okay, cool. I'm just going to start with a little prayer before we get everything, just to clear the energies and invite all the, connect with higher source, invite all the good energy in. So bear with me, pray along with me if you like. Okay, so first, I'll start with the regular tarot, and let me try to fix the camera. Forgive me, this is like my first time doing these type of live readings. I don't normally do them, but I just feel the urge to start. Especially with everything that's been going on, I know that a lot of people are like really concerned, really paranoid, really just in a negative state of mind. So hence why I turned off the TV. I had to stop listening to the news. And I just really felt like I was just absorbing like way too much of the, emotions, for lack of a better word, of what was going on. Okay. So I'm going to do a 4-card draw about this 2016 presidential election, the state of our country, what we should know, just thinking about connecting with the higher source, messages, insight, for the good of us all, for the common good, all good things, helpful things, accurate, productive. What do we need to know about this election? Who wins? How do we get through it? How do we make the best of it? Any messages of the highest good, for the highest good of us all, please come through for us. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do that again. Normally when one card... We'll see. I'm just a channel. So if that does come through, about there was any riggery, I don't know if that's the word, riggery or anything like that was going on in the election cycle. If that's important for, Spirit to communicate with us, it'll be known. Okay. To cut the cards. I like to shuffle till I get the urge, or get the sense that, this is where we need to stop at. Okay. And all right, here one more time, and I cut in half for good luck. All right, so okay, so we have 4 cards. The first card deals with the past. Second card, present, and the future. It's third card. And after that is the recommended action or advice. All right, so our first card is the 5 of Swords reversed. Now, some people read reversals. I do. Some people don't. And reversals aren't necessarily always a negative thing, at least as I read them. Other people read them differently, so it depends on who you ask. All right, so we have 5 of Swords reversed. And basically, in our past position. And so what this is telling me is that, basically, we put up the good fight. This is a card of saying, all right, you know what? We've had enough of fighting, and, to continue fighting, it's like, it's sort of like it's more of a benefit to just quit and not necessarily acquiesce, but basically, take what we have and, stop fighting or stop, fighting a losing battle. And this is in the past position. So we'll keep that in mind as the reading goes on. Second card, we have the Hierophant reversed. And what this is telling me is basically this is changing everything, like the old order or the old way of doing things as far as the political process, the elections, how the traditions, the establishment. This card is basically saying things have changed, and this is basically the turning point of that. The old ways of doing things are not the same anymore, and that's in our present position. Our future position, Ace of Cups. Now, basically, what I'm getting is that this card basically represents, new emotions, renewal, emotional renewal, emotional, my cup overfloweth. This is what I think of when I get the card. And in this position of future, meaning that this sort of change is really going to make people put aside their differences, and it's really going to spark a new unity, or people are either going to be united, behind this, the change of the status quo or the upset, or, however it came about, whether if it was some sort of, trickery or some sort of malicious things that have been going on, or whether it's just, time for this to happen. This is going to spark people. This is going to make people say, hey, all right, something big happened, and we got to come together and figure out a way to fix it. We got to stop fighting over, class and money and social status and all the, stuff swept under the rug, and work on it, and people are really going to look together. People are, and I'm not saying that everyone is going to wake up tomorrow or wake up later, in the future and start singing Kumbaya. This is about stuff that is coming up. This is about things that we're going to have to be working towards. We're going to have to sort of, and I know this is going to sound cliche and all cheesy and stuff like that, but we're going to have to really come together, as a nation, as a society, and basically talk about these things that have been dividing us and tearing us apart based on what happened here. And the recommended action or advice that I have is the 6 of Swords. Now, this card, you hear that some people are, especially me, I've heard many of my friends basically say, oh, if so-and-so gets elected, I'm going to another country. I'm going to Canada. Or if, so-and-so gets in office, they're so scared, or they have so much anxiety of this change, this whole, turning the tables, this whole flipping the script on the system. The system is rigged. It's like many people are just like, I'm done with it. They're like, I had enough. I can't win here. And yeah, some people are going to leave. But again, this is also talking about this whole idea of this card that I mentioned earlier about the Ace of Cups. About, hey, we're going to have to leave some old things behind, some old ways of thinking behind, some old ways of seeing the world, some old ways of, how we look at our fellow human beings. We're going to have to leave them behind, because 6, the swords, those are about, 6 is about self-care, and the swords are basically of the element air, which is basically dealing with the mind, the way you think, the way, all the mental processes, how you process the world, how you see the world, how you analyze the world. So this 6 is, as you can see, it's the man and the woman. They're on a boat, and they're traveling across stream, and and they're basically, a lot of the emotions and a lot of the the intense anxiety that people are feeling. Yeah, we're gonna be forced to change. Either we're gonna get. People are really going to have to navigate and deal with those emotions. And there's what's been happening is that, people can't just say, oh, well, it's not affecting my group that I identify with, so I don't have to care about it. Or they can just, not be concerned or not feel empathy for people that are going through, people that are not in their group, And personally, it's like, human beings, we get so locked into our tribes, whether it's, I'm in the middle class tribe, or I'm in the rich people's tribe, or I'm from the Northwest, or I'm from wherever, and it's like all these superficial things that we take so much pride and comfort in. We're going to have to sort of say, hey, yeah, you're right, we're all connected. That's what we're going to have to start, basing our identities on, is the fact that we all bleed the same red blood. We all share 99% of the DNA. We're going to have to start looking at getting away from individualism and start focusing on the collective and the greater good. Based on our future, on this card here, and the fact that the old ways are dying. The old ways are gone. The old ways of the status quo, of this whole being cutthroat and, dog eat dog, every man for himself, and, I gotta have mine and yours and hers and his, and, that old way of doing things, that's not working. And this election is basically the turning point for the consciousness of people. Whether who wins or not, they're still counting votes. So, and many people are saying that, Donald Trump will win based on the votes. But I did a reading earlier that tells me, that Hillary will get it, even though I'm very skeptical. And that's why I had to turn off the TV, because it was just giving me so much anxiety. But from what this reading is showing me, is that we're in a shift. We're basically shifting from, I don't know if anyone's familiar with this whole idea of the age of Aquarius, where it's basically, we're going to get out of the old way of, competition of, it's me against you, or it's, my way or the highway, or, this division, get out of that mindset and transform ourselves, journey, to travel, on a emotional and mental level, to where we could have this, a renewal, of an emotional renewal, abundance, our cups running over. So this is what where we're at, and this is not just for America, but for many other parts of the world. I know what we seen in Brexit, that comes to mind. We're seeing in the Philippines, that's come to mind. There's many in Brazil. I think they had an impeachment of their first woman president, if I don't believe. Just Google it. If you look at many of the, sort of upheavals or the whole change of the status quo, there are a lot of people around the world that are sick of the old way of doing things, and they want this. They want this is what a lot of people want. And the universe, it responds. Like, if you, like, this whole law of attraction thing, where people say, oh, if you think about something hard enough, you'll get it. It's true, because take a look at what's going on. People want change. People want this. But, again, people are stuck. People are not willing to transform their minds, their mentalities. They're stuck in their old beliefs. They're stuck in their old perspectives. They're not challenging themselves to evolve. So they're stuck. So what happens when people are stuck, when you're in the middle of the ocean and the waves are moving, but you refuse to swim? This right here. And this is what happens. Shit gets changed. Either you learn to swim or die. And and I didn't mean to be so hard like that, but that's how I received the message. So, but yeah, anyways, like I was saying. So don't worry. Don't be upset that, the person that you were hoping to get in office isn't in there, or things are appearing to be grim and, dark and bleak, and you think that the apocalypse is coming. No, it's not. This is just a moment to get more people to start doing this, to start taking that little mental or emotional journey to where they need to be so that the world can have this. All right? So thank you guys. Actually, no, I'm not going to end this video. I want to draw one more and see what we can get. So this one, this is from Kyle Gray. Yeah, I also didn't see him in office either. You know what? I really do feel like between now and Inauguration Day, something is going to happen that's going to change how we do business. The status quo. I really do feel that. I really do feel like something that is going to happen that's going to transform, how we feel, how we think about our fellow man and our society. And I don't know. I don't see him in office. I don't. And that's why I did this second reading, because I just needed more clarification. So these are Oracle cards. I like them. I like, the messages that they send. They usually give like a really good positive messages, and they usually make me feel great. I'm going to shuffle them a bit and see what gets revealed to us. I'm going to concentrate. Election 2016. What messages, what insights can I share with all that view this video about election 2016, our next president of the United States, some messages to help us get through any anxieties or difficulties emotionally, mentally, spiritually that we may be feeling or may encounter in the next coming days. What messages do we have? And I'm going to pull one, and if I feel called, I might pull another. All right. Here we go. I can't make this. I can't make this up if I wanted to. Read what this says. Move your body. What did I just... I'm telling you, the cards do not lie. The cards don't lie. I mean, believe what you want. I'm just telling you, you're seeing it here yourself, okay? It says, thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and my energy. Boom. Okay? We can't stay stagnant. This is what's going on is just an opportunity for us to make that change, Make that change mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Move your mental, emotional, spiritual bodies and transform, transition, evolve. Okay? That's the main point that, the messages that I'm getting. So it doesn't matter who wins. All right? It doesn't matter, what you hear on CNN or any of the other noise machines that are out there. Move your body and transform. This is the time to do that. Transform yourself. Move. If you feel like you need to move to Canada, move to Canada. If you think that's going to help you to get to this place of transformation on an emotional, spiritual, and mental level, then do that. If you feel as though you need to stay put and transform and do all that transformation and transition, where you are and help others do that, then do that. But we can't stay in the same place. I channel my higher source. Some people call it God. I also talk to my cousin. I know people say they have like spirit guides and all that, but I don't necessarily. I believe in those things, but I don't. I would call my cousin my cousin. Like I don't really, and I guess you can say he kind of works as a guide for me because I get a lot of information. And sometimes it's like having the radio on, the television on, the phone going off. So he sort of helps me break all that stuff down to where I can, in a more grounded way so that I can process it and not feel like I'm getting overload. You know what I mean? So he helps me out in that way. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I had other cards that I wanted to do, but I'm getting that, that's basically as clear and concise as I explained it. And so hopefully everyone out there that is viewing this, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, like I said, this is like my second time doing this, so hopefully in the future I'll do more. You're welcome. I'm glad to do it, and I was really nervous about trying this for a while. Personally, I haven't been ignoring my gifts, but I'm a naturally shy person. That's sort of why I get a little nervous saying it, because I usually don't like being the center of attention. But I just felt emotionally moved to sort of share this with everyone that is interested, and voila, here we are. But I've always been getting the push to do more things as far as sharing my gifts with people and to be more proactive about it. And I know that comes with me dealing with my own stuff. It's more like challenging that old thinking. Here we go. We just talked about those cards about transforming our mental and emotional. Sure, definitely. And here I am talking about it. But yeah, this is definitely a transformative day for me as well, because I've always been doubting myself about my abilities and being comfortable in it, and here I am. I'm reading, so yeah, and reading in front of a wide platform. So I feel a little bit better about it, and I'm glad I could share that with everyone that saw the video. So thanks again, and yes, definitely I'll be in touch. I know it's like almost 3 o'clock where I'm at. I'm getting a little sleepy, so I'll be in touch, or feel free to get in touch with me. Yeah. So again, no worries. We're going to be good. We're all going to be good. Take care and good night.